Dear students, we have studied about the word and the concept entrepreneur. So today we have another word here and another concept, that is intrapreneur. So sometimes you may be thinking, oh, there is a spelling mistake, that instead of E, it is written I. But to tell you sincerely, there is a vast difference between these two words, entrepreneur and intrapreneur. So it's not just E and I, but the conceptual differences exist. But today I am not going to explain you what is the difference between entrepreneur and intrapreneur, but today I just want to explain what is intrapreneur is, because now already you know who is an entrepreneur, what is entrepreneurship. So that today we'll study what is intrapreneur and what is entrepreneurship. Then automatically you will understand what are the differences that existing between the entrepreneur and intrapreneur. So it's not just the word I and E, but there is a huge differences. So today I don't touch upon what the differences exist between them, but rather just explanation regarding the meaning, definitions of intrapreneur, characteristics, and all other aspects I'll be explaining to you. So meaning of intrapreneur. Intrapreneur, say intrapreneur is a person within a large corporation who takes direct responsibility for turning an idea into a profitable finished product through assertive risk taking and innovation. I hope you understand now by this meaning itself. Intrapreneur is a person within large corporation, means a employee. He is a person employed by the entrepreneur to work for him. So now this employee, what he does, he is highly capable of entrepreneurship actually. Since he is an employee and he was working for another, he himself will come out with the idea and he will take the responsibility and sees that something new will be produced. It is not the entrepreneurs, rather it is intrapreneur does the job of entrepreneur for entrepreneur and not for him, because the profit whatever he earns, that he will not come to him, rather goes to him, and on his name nothing will be produced on the company's name, and company's entrepreneur is something different. He is an just employee. I hope now you understand what is intrapreneur. Intrapreneur is an employee in the organization who works as an entrepreneur, does everything like entrepreneur, but his name is not there, his company is not there, for him no profit, and at the same time there is no risk also for him. So the word intrapreneur is coined in 1980 by a management consultant Gifford Pinchot. So just who coined this word, means from where it began. Earlier there was no word. So you know that in the English this one vocabulary, and especially in the dictionary, some words as the years go, it will be added on from different languages, from the different people, by writing the different theories, innovations, researches, it will be coming up. So companies that are in great need of new innovative ideas use intrapreneurs. So only one person, the entrepreneur himself, cannot form all the ideas. The companies who require some good ideas, they employ such people, intrapreneurs. So today, instead of waiting until the company is in a bind, most companies try to create an environment where employees are free to explore ideas. If the ideas look profitable, the person behind it is given an opportunity to become an intrapreneur. So in the companies, those who are working, while working in themselves, they get some ideas, and the today's trend is the employers, especially the entrepreneurs, give an opportunity for the employees to share their ideas, and if they find that idea is excellent, okay, the entrepreneurs or the employers encourage them to come out with those ideas and put into the actualization. Therefore today entrepreneurs are used in the organization for the better development. So there are two definitions. When the word was used, Pinchot has defined the entrepreneur as dreamers who do. So you see, dreamers who do. those who take hands-on responsibility for creating innovation of any kind within a business. So it is dreamers who do, the people who are working the job, who are on the job, those who take a hands-on responsibility for creating innovation of any kind within a business. So within a business they are doing something new. They are not going to start a new business itself, but within a business where they are working, they are doing something new. They are called the entrepreneurs according to Pinchot. Then, according to the American Heritage Dictionary, intrapreneur means, in the American dictionary, what it has said for the word intrapreneur: a person within a large corporation who takes direct responsibility for turning an idea into profitable finished product through assertive risk taking and innovation. So, through assertive risk taking, not means he doesn't take a complete risk. So risk is actually on the entrepreneurs. So here he is taking a assertive risk, but comes out with new ideas. So these are the definitions for the word entrepreneur. Now, let's continue with some more explanation for the word entrepreneur. So, an entrepreneur is an inside entrepreneur. So, I suppose if you do not know what is entrepreneur, then you do not know entrepreneur. Therefore, entrepreneur is an inside entrepreneur. So, not the outside entrepreneur, but in the organization you can call him as a entrepreneur, but he is not, because his company is not that. Or an entrepreneur within a large firm who uses entrepreneurial skills without incurring the risk associated with those activities. Only problem is he doesn't incur the risk. Okay. Entrepreneurs are usually employees within a company who are assigned to work on a special idea or project, and they are instructed to develop the project like an entrepreneur would. Entrepreneurs usually have the resources and capabilities of the firm at their disposal. See, to form the idea, to do something, all the resources should be provided by the entrepreneur. Therefore, a close link should be there between cooperation and coordination should be there between the entrepreneur and the intrapreneur. Otherwise, intrapreneur cannot do anything. Just come and go. So, important characteristics of entrepreneurs is their courage and flexibility to think outside of the box. Their courage and flexibility. Something I can call it as it is a creativity. They are, and at the same time, creativity is there. Creativity every human beings has, but to what you call express that creativity, the employers and thinking that with my idea can be something could be done. That is what the courage. So, and the flexibility, that means what, okay, in a system you are working, and actually if you develop something new, but nothing comes to you. So new ideas framing is not a necessary, because nothing you will gain it, but rather by being a flexible, thinking out of the box, your culture, which allows them to work on ideas that may change strategic direction. Even though many managers are afraid of radical changes, they are often the only way to help companies grow. They are helping the companies to grow, intrapreneurs. Intrapreneurs often remain hidden and unrecognized because they often display behavior contrary to what is considered as corporate. These are not called as corporate because the entrepreneurs, the what you call businessmen who start the business, employers are called the entrepreneurs, and they are recognized well. But the entrepreneurs who is there within inside and they do a lot, but they are hidden, they are not at all recognized, because who is recognized? But now you are coming out with new product, and your new product outside is what you call projected not with the name of the entrepreneurs, but rather the entrepreneurs. Now take example, in the this one Patanjali company. Now if some innovations comes out, usually what the people think, oh, Baba Ramdev has brought out one product, new product. Actually, who is bringing out, whose idea? Somebody there inside, entrepreneur, so who is not known to anybody else. Okay, so this is just additional information, and I hope now you are very clear with the word intrapreneur. Let's move with. So just a difference here I have given. In the next class, I will be giving you a clear-cut differentiation between the entrepreneurs and the intrapreneur. But for the time being, now just to give you a little what you call understanding, kind of difference between the entrepreneur and entrepreneur. Here I have put up these meanings. Just let's read. Entrepreneurs are the persons who initiate, organize, manage, and control the affairs of a business unit that combines the factors of production to supply goods and services, whether the business pertains to agriculture, industry, trade, or a profession, any kind of the business it may be. Entrepreneurs are the people who get a complete idea, they organize, manage, control every affairs of the business. So the entrepreneurs is a person within a large corporation who takes direct responsibility for turning an idea into a profitable finished product through assertive risk taking and innovation. What it says is he is a person, inside person, he is working for the organization, he has some idea and he is coming out with that. So these are just a brief difference. In the next class, we will be having a huge many more differences between the entrepreneur and entrepreneur. So let's move with the characteristics of an entrepreneur. So there are a few characteristics of an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur creates new ventures. Yes, otherwise he cannot be called as an entrepreneur. If he is working whatever responsibility given and just according to the system, punctuality, following discipline, if he is working in the organization, then he cannot become entrepreneur. So giving birth to new businesses within the existing organization is the typical characteristics of an entrepreneur. The basic characteristic itself is creating something new. That is of entrepreneurs. Then innovates the products, services. So our tendency towards technological leadership by way of continual innovation of products, services is desirable on part of an entrepreneur. What it says is okay, the product what is there existing is same. He is not coming with a new product. He is not coming with a new service. But there is what you call he has innovated that product. He has innovated that service. The basic product was there, but today that product has come out with some newness. So that is also called entrepreneurs. So innovates the processes. Under a fiercely competitive business landscape, business processes need to be reinvented time and again by the entrepreneurs for better efficiency, productivity, and quality. What happens is actually there were process of productions followed in your organization, but if a person entrepreneur, if a employee has some new idea of bringing down your cost and improving your quality or productivity in speeder productivity, then he can put up that process change, innovations in the process. So you get it, something creating something new is also a entrepreneur. If an employee gives a innovation to the product, he is an entrepreneur. Innovation to the process also is a entrepreneur. Then proactive entrepreneurs attempt to lead rather than follow the competitors through their proactiveness. These are called proactive. They just don't follow, rather they think new out of the box and they come out with something new. Then risk taking. Entrepreneurs have a risk taking attitude with regard to investment decisions and strategic actions under situations of uncertainty. Here we must know that complete risk is not taken by this one. Okay, they have a risk because something new comes out, then okay, they convince the boss that "Hey, this is possible, this is working out, this will be beneficial and highly profitable." They convince the boss and they get a approval for the particular idea. But the problem is if they are losing, then there are conditions. They will lose the what you call relationship with the boss. Okay, financial loss may go to the boss, but other losses will be incurred by the person. Therefore a kind of risk is there, but not the complete risk. Renews organizations. An entrepreneur is expected to transform the organizations through renewal of key ideas on which they are built. So, entrepreneurs, if the person is a kind of entrepreneur, then he is always trying to renew organization time to time, again and again. He will not continue the organization as it is. You must have seen some organizations, especially the government organization, nothing new you can see. Everything is same. Even after the 25 years are over, nothing is the same as it is. Even every furniture, everything. So if you go to the private institutions, usually, if you what you have seen last year, this year not there. Something has new has come up. So that the moment you see something new, something is changing every time. Okay, the employees are entrepreneurs. You can think. So competitively aggressive, an entrepreneur has the propensity to directly and intensely challenge his organization's competitors to achieve entry or to improve position. So usually they are challenging people. That is common that whether it is entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs, they have the challenge. Otherwise, they won't venture into the new things. So these are the characteristics of intrapreneur. So now we'll see what is the need for intrapreneur in the organization. I hope now you have understood what is intrapreneur, because we saw the meaning, definition, and characteristics. And now what is the need of a need for intrapreneur in the organization and all? There is a need. See, business growth. There is a strong correlation between intrapreneurship and the rate of business growth. It helps the organization to fight through competition and nurture best talents. The employees stay motivated and align their individual goals with organizational goals. It acts as a balancing factor. The employees put in their best to innovate whilst being employed. It creates a win-win situation for all stakeholders. What it says is employees will be very happy if their ideas are given, and they will be getting more and more opportunities in the organization. So with their what you call initiative, everybody takes initiative in the organization if the, freedom is given and all. In such situation, business will grow. Therefore, intrapreneurs are required for the growth of a business. Second, sustain innovation. Here I won't go to read because it's a you can read yourself, I hope. So sustain innovation. Innovations is not a one day's matter. So you require innovation every day in the organization, and especially in the competitive world today. Organizations has to innovate things. As I've said, innovation with the maybe the product, service, or maybe with your process. So whatever may be innovation with regard, but innovation is a basic thing, and to sustain in the innovations what is required is you require the intrapreneurs, because with one mind, that is with the entrepreneur, all the ideas doesn't come. So sometimes it remains stagnant. So if you allow the intrapreneur employees to come out with the ideas, automatically you can sustain with the innovation. Then to develop human capital for excel, it changes the way people think and act, changing the operational aspects of an organization and changing the culture. Entrepreneurs have a synergy effect because it pushes all employees to think beyond standardized procedures and test the limits of organization systems and processes. Resources aim at developing and reinventing themselves instead of settling in set models. It is the way to move forward. What it says is and develop the human capital which is there in the organization, because everybody becomes more and more enthusiastic, everybody starts thinking outside the box, means they doesn't remain with what they are. Think something new in their processes to newness to bring on. So the human capital will be developed. Then learning organization, the aim of entrepreneurship is to harness the capabilities that enable organizations to change. The entrepreneurs act as a catalyst for that change and help in promoting learning spirit in the organization. See, whenever what you call there are opportunities for new ideas and all, so everybody is interested to learn something new. Then receptive of change. So entrepreneurs attitude gives in a this one a kind of change. Their entrepreneurs are ready for change. Otherwise, what happens is oh, something new is brought up, they are not ready. You give an opportunity to what you call to be an entrepreneur in the organization. Oh, everybody will be ready for changes. So change is permanent, and so is human resistance. Entrepreneurial leaders are change agents. So they illumine new traces. They become the catalyst of change they wish to see. Employee supported change is easier to implement than top down implementation. So these are the needs for an entrepreneur for the organization, and I am sure that the moment this one organization develops the entrepreneurs, the growth of the organization could be seen. Organizational development could be achieved. So next there are various types of the entrepreneurs. That is also I will give in a brief. We don't require a much explanation, but let's be aware what types of the entrepreneurs are there. There are employee entrepreneur, then intrapreneur, then the creator entrepreneur, doers entrepreneur, implementers entrepreneur. By these words itself, I think you are able to grasp that different types of the entrepreneurs. Now you see employee entrepreneur. Employee entrepreneur refers to employee initiatives in organization to undertake something new without being asked to do so. See, one of the employee actually he is not asked to do something new, but he himself coming out with the idea that let's do in this way or let's do this. So that is he is called in employee entrepreneur, coming out new idea. Then the creator entrepreneur, he is the person with an innovative ideas. So there are people in the organization always have some innovative idea. They are creative people. So here we call it creative entrepreneur. Then doer entrepreneurs. See, somebody has given you idea, and what you call, they too have idea. With mixing up some ideas of theirs and others, they do, and they see that it is done. So that is what you call. They are not only forming the ideas. The see, first group which I have said, the creator entrepreneurs, they are only ideas. They are not practical in doing. The second group, they have the ideas and they are capable of doing. And the third, implementers or entrepreneurs are, they have ideas, they are capable of doing, and they start doing immediately. So these are the what you call types of the entrepreneurs. I hope you understand there are four types of the entrepreneurs. It's nothing much, but just for the common knowledge. So here I conclude on the topic intrapreneur, and I hope now you have understood what is intrapreneur, and in the earlier classes you have understood entrepreneur. Now we, in the next class, we will be seeing the differences between the intrapreneur and entrepreneur. So here I close. Thank you.